Welcome to Pulse News. Today we take a closer look at Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson's urgent warning about the health of American democracy. In a rare and striking public statement, Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson has voiced deep concerns about the state of American democracy, declaring it the issue that, quote, keeps her up at night. Speaking at an event hosted by the Indianapolis Bar Association, Jackson urged Americans to, quote, focus, invest, and pay attention to what is happening in our country and in our government. While she did not delve into specifics, her remarks signal alarm about the current political climate, which is, honestly, a bold move for a sitting justice. Jackson's comments mark her as a jurist, unafraid to engage with society on the broader implications of constitutional governance, a role reminiscent of legal giants like Justices Antonin Scalia, William Brennan, and Thurgood Marshall. Congressman Jamie Raskin, ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, praised her for stepping out of the traditional judicial role to address the nation's democratic compact. She's not just interpreting the law, she's speaking to society about the nature of our Constitution. Her use of the word democracy really stands out, especially as some conservative factions reject the term, insisting the United States is solely a republic. We are a representative democracy, made stronger through the expansion of voting rights. Justice Jackson is warning about forces attacking that foundation. Jackson's concerns are rooted in her recent dissents during the Supreme Court's 2024 to 2025 term, where she has sharply criticized the conservative supermajority for decisions expanding presidential power, often in favor of the Trump administration. In Trump versus Casa, which addressed nationwide injunctions against Trump's attempt to end birthright citizenship, Jackson warned of a zone of lawlessness where the executive operates unchecked. She similarly dissented in a case allowing mass federal layoffs, accusing the court of enabling executive lawlessness. Her critiques extend to the court's shadow docket, where she argues the majority rushes to favor Trump without full deliberation, particularly on issues like immigration and data access for the Department of Government Efficiency. Jackson's broader worries about government likely encompass the Trump administration's politicization of the Department of Justice. Recent reports indicate Trump's DOJ has opened criminal investigations into former CIA Director John Brennan and former FBI Director James Comey, both frequent targets of the president's ire. Tensions within the DOJ have also flared, with Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino reportedly clashing with Attorney General Pam Bondi over the handling of Jeffrey Epstein's files. Sources suggest Bongino is considering resignation, frustrated by the DOJ's refusal to release documents that could either implicate powerful figures or reveal nothing significant, a move some speculate is tied to political leverage. The public deserves to know what's in the Epstein files. If Trump and his allies campaigned for their release, why the sudden silence? It's either a cover-up or a propaganda stunt. Jackson's concerns are amplified by Trump's recent actions, which, appear to challenge democratic norms. The president has suggested taking control of Democratic-run cities like Washington, D.C. and New York, while a Department of Homeland Security spokesperson left open the possibility of arresting Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass for appearing at an ICE sweep site. Trump's Truth Social post authorizing law enforcement to use any means necessary against ICE protesters has raised alarms about constitutional protections. These moves are plainly unconstitutional. Our Constitution doesn't bend for any president. Adding to the tension, Trump announced 30% tariffs on the European Union and Mexico, effective August 1, 2025, via his social media platform. Raskin argues these tariffs exceed presidential authority, since Article 1 of the Constitution grants Congress control over commerce and tariffs. Courts have consistently ruled that Congress, not the president, sets trade policy. Trump's acting like he can finger-paint on the Constitution. Justice Jackson's remarks and dissents highlight a critical juncture for American democracy. Her call for public vigilance comes as the Supreme Court's conservative majority faces scrutiny for enabling executive overreach, while Trump's actions, targeting opponents, politicizing the Department of Justice, and bypassing Congress, threaten the rule of law. If we don't have the rule of law, whoever's in power can do whatever they want. That's not our system. Pulse News will continue to monitor these developments, as Jackson's warnings underscore the urgency of safeguarding democratic institutions in an increasingly polarized nation. So, stay informed with Pulse News for the latest on politics, justice, and the fight for democracy.